Hey y'all, 6 months later and I'm back on the tube. But I drew these cards for myself, man. They were so good. I was thinking I need to share these since it is the new moon in Sagittarius, almost the end of 2019, which was a 3 year. It was all about change, growth, spiritual revolution. First card that I drew out was consciousness. First of all, I'm using the Activations Sacred Geometry deck. Definitely recommend that. Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle. Consciousness, which is 17, breaks down to number 8. It says the frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on all the multi-dimensional aspects that show up so that we can include them in our reality. Definitely a beautiful symbol. My phone is not giving it the justice that it deserves as far as the sacred geometry and the pattern. I was just looking at the tree of life and the flower of life earlier today, so it's not surprising to me that this is the first card that came out for me. I was trying to do something personal for myself, but I'm like, wow, let me tap into the collective, because obviously this is definitely a theme. So from consciousness, we go to romantic love, something I've been speaking of a lot recently with this twin flame saga and all that going on, which is, first of all, twin flame is all about taming your own inner masculine and feminine, right and left brain, control of thyself, know thyself before you can even offer romantic love. But this is number 39, which also breaks down to 12, like this year was a number 3 year. It says the frequency of romantic love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience with the reflection of a conscious lover. I always say, man, definitely sex is not to be used lightly. You are combining energy, DNA, so many things. I mean, I got so many things flooded into my mind. But you guys know we grown out here. Let's move on. Third card that came out for me, alchemy. Which again is so important. Number 8, which is like the infinity sign. I'm in here all day, every day, talk about transmutation. If you look on my Instagram page at Nicole Baker 5, you'll see this is all I'm all about, math and science. So number 8, alchemy. The frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation, which is energy. Energy never dies. Next card was Earth. Number 6, equality. And when it's funny, as soon as I seen the card, I'm thinking, oh, that's green, it's beautiful. But when I seen this symbol, I thought Merkaba. That made me think of the Merkaba sound, which is 2 pyramids right here. That's technically feminine and masculine again combined. To read it, it says the frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to this physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our great mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspects of our nature. It's beautiful. The heart chakra, green, the pyramids, the math, the sacred geometry. Oh, I'm sorry, I got all excited. You ain't even seen the picture. It's beautiful. I'm sorry. Yes. Funny is, again, as soon as I seen it, I thought of the Merkaba. Last card out, Merkaba. And that is beautiful. Number 32, 5. All about change, growth, transmutation. The frequency of the Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to transverse into other layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experiences into our present to serve our highest good. I mean, talk about a new moon reading, y'all. That was perfect. I love it. I'll be back real soon. I gotta read these. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try to read all 5 cards to you if we don't run out of time. First one again was number 17, consciousness. That reads, consciousness can be described as a state of awareness or focused attention, and wherever we direct our attention will dominate our minds. Like the universe, consciousness is alive, forever expanding, breathing, morphosing. Consciousness reflects reality, and the reality reflects consciousness in return. And this new energy, our consciousness, is rapidly expanding to hold the awareness of many multidimensional aspects of reality. We are increasingly capable of multi-directing our attention to many different layers at the same time, providing us with a deep, rich experience in every moment. We no longer receive input solely through the senses that are closely connected to our physical body alone. We receive communication from beyond the body through intuitive thought, intuitive knowing, and intuitive feeling. Light and consciousness are closely connected. They both have a quantum attributes and are nonlinear. Light is an energy that can be created through consciousness, and consciousness can create light in return. Light influences our awareness, our perception, our consciousness, and therefore our reality. The center of the consciousness image shows the birth. The center of the consciousness image shows the place of birth where light bursts out of the core to spread into the various planes of reality. The bright purple indicates the connection to source, and the yellow spheres refer to our sense of self emerging from source and expanding onto the flower of life grid, the basis for our three-dimensional reality. The blue in the image refers to the deep, dark universe, the origin of everything that shows up in our reality. But since everything is always in motion, so is consciousness, like a breath, morphing, changing, expanding, and the color could easily flow from blue into purple, into red, into yellow, and so on. Wow, that was nice. Back to romantic love. Number 39. Romantic love. Love is probably the most sought after, mysterious, endearment. The fulfilling feeling of a human can experience. Its mystery surely derives from the fact that we cannot really describe or define what it is. Exactly. Is it an energy? Is it an emotion? Perhaps it's simply the glue that binds everything together. Whatever it is, we know without a doubt when we feel loved and when we love. As vibrational beings, we hold a frequency that aligns with the frequency of our thoughts and our emotions. And from the vibrational point of attention, we attract everything else into reality. Love is one of the highest frequencies. When we are in a state of love, we easily attract circumstances and people into our reality that are aligned with that frequency. The love that is so desired and fulfilling for many is romantic love. The love we experience with another when we are in love. The expression of being in love suggests that it's a place where we can be, not a feeling that we have. When we are in love, we feel completely surrounded and engulfed by it. We are in the middle of it and no awareness of where it begins or where it stops. Our world becomes love. We feel more complete. This journey of becoming whole and complete within can be taken alone, but many prefer the support of another. But the idea that another is merely a reflection of that which we need in order to complete ourselves and achieve a state of wholeness leads to many misconceptions and expectations in romantic relationships. The most that any lover can do for us is bring us closer to ourselves. By focusing on our heart and soul, we invite our lover to do the same. When both lovers are conscious of this, a romantic relationship can be deeply fulfilling and supportive to our individual quest for completeness. The romantic love image shows a flower that pours out vibrancy and intensity from its center, the source that we are all connected to. This is unmistakable, beautiful. This is an unmistakable beauty that moves and attracts beyond reason. It is simply inviting us to dive in. The colors, if you can see them, the colors suggest a delicious richness that we feel when we allow deep absorption. The bright blue background indicates both the vast universe that is the origin of every energy and the clear expression that romantic love invites us into. The color pink is associated with the universal love of oneself and others, with sweetness, tenderness, and care. Bright pink brings in an aspect of aliveness, excitement, high energy, and power. Red refers to the physical plane, the place where we desire to experience this love. That's the root, the root chakra. Let's see what's next. We got that alchemy. Definitely looking forward to that one. Okay, alchemy number 8, which was alchemy usually refers to the process of transforming matter, particularly that from metal into gold. In more esoteric sense, alchemy has been associated with magical transformations that have to do with longevity. Magic is as real as we allow ourselves to believe. Whether we aim to transform metal into gold or we wish to find the secret to life itself, the immortality of the soul. I like that. When we access the mysterious, subtle, and often undefined parts of ourselves, that lights us up. We get a taste of real magic. Love is one of the greatest, most mysterious, magical energies in the universe. You see in the synchronicity here, right? When love comes to us, we open our hearts to welcome it. True alchemy can work its magic on every aspect of our being. In tantric traditions, it is believed that when two people merge through not only their physical bodies, but with all the energetic aspects of themselves aligned as well, they can reach states of consciousness that have powerful rejuvenating effects that can even open the door to immortality. These heightened states of consciousness can also be achieved by a single individual. The key, either way, is the intentional, directed, deep state of love that merges all dualistic aspects, the masculine and the feminine, with others and ultimately with ourselves. The alchemy image shows how one becomes two, or it is the other way around. Or is it the other way around? Two becomes one. From the center, the source spins the two aspects of masculine, left circle with the upward triangle, and feminine, right circle with the downward triangle, representing the dualistic world of the physical plane. The bright orange represents the color of our sacral chakra, which is linked to our sexuality, our connection with others, and its freeing effect on the body and mind. Purple and violet represent our connection to the higher realms and source, indicating that our consciousness is as much part of the merging as our physical bodies are. The large triangles refer to the union between the masculine and the feminine, where the upward triangle represents the masculine and the downward the feminine. The number 6 circles, light sources, represents harmony, love, and balance. Alchemy. And number 4 was Earth, which was 24, standing for 6, equality, equal. Beyond the 4 elements that make up our physical and material world, earth, water, fire, and air, we have to consider the 5th element, spirit, the bridge, heaven and earth through an expansion of consciousness and advance humankind to the next evolutionary level. As a representation of our conscious connection between earth and source, we only have to retreat into nature and find the silence within. to listen to all the majestic expressions Mother Earth reveals through the winds and the trees, the humming of the bees, the rhythmic chirping of the crickets through the wee hours of midnight, or wee hours of the night. We are spirit in a physical body, here on a short and temporary journey on this three-dimensional, form-based plane. On this journey, we are deeply intertwined with the earth, our roots reaching far under her surface. She provides us with everything we need for the survival of our physical body, and in return, we are asked to take care of her as if she were our own body. The overall green color of this activation represents the earth and nature in particular. The green in the center refers to the heart as our center of truth and our reality here. The yellow and orange refers to our inner power. Make sure you can see it. The yellow and orange refers to our inner power. The geometric shapes in the middle are variations of the flower of life, the grid on which our form-based world is based. The lines within all the connections between us and our Great Mother, and between the universe and us as spiritual and cosmic beings. The transparencies refer to the energetic and spiritual aspects of ourselves beyond our form-based expression. That is so deep, y'all, because, I mean, if you go on my Instagram page again on Nicole Baker 5, all I've been talking about, again, is transmutation, alchemy. I was just talking about the flower of life earlier today, sacred geometry. I was definitely planning on doing a reading, but had these cards already picked from a few weeks ago that I never got a chance to read, and I just pulled them out to read them to myself. And damn, all time is now. All time is linear for this new moon. Right now, this is a perfect spread. Last card is the Merkaba, which is so beautiful. 32, which means change. Let me look it up real quick instead of pausing it. Let me see. 32, number 5. Okay. The Merkaba. The word Merkaba can be loosely translated as the chariot. It's like the chariot card. It refers to the human light body, the energy field around all humans that is generated by the quantum parts of our DNA. Therefore, this field is quantum as well. It is in this field that we communicate with our consciousness and where our Akashic records are stored. The human Akashic can be described as the total history of everything that a human being has experienced on planet Earth, held as energy in the etheric field around the human body. This energy field has the geometric shape of a star, which consists of two equally sized interlocking fields, pyramids with a common center. Though the counter-spinning of these fields while breathing in certain patterns, it is believed that we can change or move our perception of reality into other dimensions. It is why the Merkaba is believed the vehicle that allows us to travel through different times and dimensions. The upward of this activation refers to the masculine part, its fiery colors indicating power, presence, and direction. The light coming out of its corners refers to the capacity to the light coming out of its corners refers to the capacity to direct energy and presence. The downward pyramid refers to the feminine aspect, deep, dark, and mysterious, which spirals that indicate the flowering and flowing nature of the feminine. When these two opposing forces come together in perfect union, the Merkaba activates its full potential. This process is outwardly expressed through our search and manifestation of love, of the love relationship with another, and inwardly through the equally powerful love relationship with ourselves. Both hold the potential of supporting our ethereal and infinite capacity to create our reality according to our consciousness. The arrowhead pattern refers to our ancient past as well as our alien and off-planet connection to other realities. The water in the background indicates the emotional realm, the guidance system that helps us navigate through the world of energies in relation to our physical bodies. The green and turquoise indicates our heart-based truth, and the surrounding square represents the physical world in which our reality is based. Wow. I just seen a Merkaba too on Instagram recently. It was beautiful. It's something that you could actually climb into. It was built outside with metal. Shoot, if we could build one with gold, I can build one in my mind. Okay, we 20 minutes in. My phone hasn't cut off yet, so let's see if I can squeeze out a couple more cards for you. But this 5, this was perfect for the new moon in Sagittarius. We got one more new moon and one more full moon. Yo, it's coming up on December 12th, 12/12 in Gemini, which is me. That's my sun sign, my Venus, my rising. I got a lot of Gemini on my chart. But 12/12, last full moon of the year coming up in Gemini. Yes, it's going to be major. Going into 2020 strong, yo. Let's see what else we can do. Let's see if we can get the chakra guide out. Let's see what chakra we need to work on. Send it on out with a chakra card. See what chakra the collective needs to work on as a whole. I don't know about y'all, but 2019, major changes. I feel like a completely different person. Like when you say level up, it's the golden age, the age of Aquarius. All about information, knowledge of self, self-growth, self-mastery. They say this was a year about spirituality and following, your heart into your soul mission. It's like I just activated. Yeah, y'all see Manchurian Candidate, and I just activated, but it wasn't the government. Spirit said, "Oh, we got work to do. We got work to do." 22:22 was on the clock as I said that, and I definitely noticed all them twos. So we got work to do. Okay. Alright, what we got real quick for a chakra card? What we got out here? What should we get for the collective? What do we need to work on as a collective to bring us all into harmony going into 2020 to heal the collective? Because that's what 2019 really was all about, healing inner child issues, going in, facing our shadow selves. I mean, the Us movie came out at the beginning of the year, like, look, if you don't deal with your shadow will deal with you. And I learned the hard way. Oh, so here we go. We got 3 cards. Complacency. Oh, these is root chakras. They red. So complacency, perfection, and impartiality. Woo. Yeah. I think that's resonating already. For me, I know with my root complacency, I'm too passive aggressive. So root is the very beginning, the red chakra. So let's see, complacency. The legend: at the end of her life, Flo reflects on the dream she shared with her late husband to move to Florida. They never went. After Flo dies, her daughter discovers that her parents had enough money to move there. As she plans what to do with her inheritance, she wonders why her parents never lived out their dream. Inspiration. This is a warning not to give up. Beware of coasting along in a situation that is not what you really want. You will never be fulfilled by the unmet dreams of another. Personal inquiry. How can I redefine my dreams? How can I stop procrastinating? These are the things we need to ask ourselves. Key ideas: finding self-nourishment, leaving dreams unrealized, feeling depleted, time for deep rest, lack of motivation, holding back. Any of those symptoms, and you know this might be for you. If it's resonating, then you know. Imagine yourself doing the very thing you desire. Can you feel the joy of participating in your own dream? Look back at what you are leaving behind to live your dream. For example, how would you live with less money? When you are ready, move towards the joy. Open your eyes. What has been revealed? Complacency. Don't grow complacent. We going into 2020. Chase them dreams. I like that. That's perfect. Perfection. Perfection. Let's see. Where's perfection at? Perfection right behind it. Page 15. Okay. Righteous raspberry. I have the same high standards for myself as I have for others. So the legend is, Raspberry needs no makeup to accentuate her exquisite features, but she wears it anyway. She is a perfectionist. She speaks the truth at all times, believing that she is helping others by sharing her truth. While statements such as "your child is overweight" are honest, they may make others avoid her. Lonely, she seeks the advice of her favorite elderberry, who teaches her that honesty without kindness is cruelty. Her new vulnerability allows her to see the beauty in others as well as in herself. Now, I know that was for me, because I know with my Gemini mouth, I just cut with the swords, the air quality, it just comes out. And sometimes I think I'm helping. Sometimes I swear I'm coming from a heart space, but it comes out wrong, and I'm sorry. Inspiration. Let's see. Are you being too hard on yourself and consequently on others? Begin to look for what's right and good in your world, and you will see it. Then ask yourself, where am I presently focusing? Knowing what's right and telling others about it might not be the best way of being. Oh, if you're alienating others, feeling alienated, seeking perfection, deeply desiring love, transformation ahead, these are all signs and symptoms that you needed this. Meditation on. Think about the people in your life. Find something good about every person who comes into your mind, no matter who they are or how you feel about them, before you release them. You will know this meditation has concluded when no more people come forward. So go through them all. All right. Last card is impartiality. Impartiality. Let's see. Okay, where's the impartiality? First of all, I'm like, what color is that? I don't recall a chakra that color, but this is a neutral color. I had to look it up because, again, this is all new to me, y'all. I just woke up, got activated last year, started saging, buying crystals, remembering moons, phases, and stuff that I don't even know nothing about. But now I'm here because I'm just on the accelerated awakening and ascension, dark night of the soul year, one of those, yeah. Okay, impartiality. Okay, it says the legend, Bahana is the wise dictator from the town of Beige. She is known for settling disputes fairly. One day, two neighbors are arguing about what color to paint their fence. Bahana gives each of them a can of paint and instructs them to paint their side of the fence, the color that the other neighbor wants. Okay, let's say that again. Bahana gives each of them a can of paint and instructs them to paint their side of the fence with the color the other neighbor wants. Yeah, let that resonate. She knows that when they can color their world in the love of their neighbor's eyes, they will understand and accept one another. That was deep. I got that immediately. Okay, the inspiration of this card is take an impartial look at your situation. The action here is to listen and observe. Personal inquiry, it says, if I step back from my present situation, what do I see? Can I be neutral? Key ideas, neutral position, allowing things to unfold, standing in another's shoes, uplifted communication, open-mindedness, fairness. So meditation on this is, as a mist forms, take a few deep breaths. Bahana Beige beckons you into the mist. When you are ready, allow her energy and knowledge in. If something happens, then allow it to happen. But you are to follow, not lead. Nothingness is the goal. Open your eyes when you are ready and thank Bahana for reminding you to be yourself. I love it. Right there on the 30-minute mark. You guys have a great night. Enjoy the new moon.